early, I'm like, oh, so much better.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so it's preparing now. It's about to live stream on YouTube.
Perfect.
Early, I'm like, oh, so much better.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so it's preparing now. It's about to live stream on. Okay, amazing. So we
Perfect.
are now live streaming on YouTube. This is so exciting. I wonder if I could I'll change the name of it after. So I'm gonna go live on Instagram now.
Perfect. You can do
Okay,
it through your computer as well?
my phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so hello, Instagram family. We are live with Marlies on Zoom. You can check this live video out as well on my YouTube channel, which you can find at the link in my bio. And we're just going to have a casual conversation about how Marlies went from 0 to 9K after joining Manifest Your Dream Life, which is launching next week, next Monday. The doors are opening. I'm so beyond excited. So if you guys aren't yet, you're going to want to make sure you join the waitlist at the link in my bio. I'm going to be looking at my computer screen because we are streaming this live on YouTube. So if you want to see us face to face or you want to just listen, you can listen via Instagram or you can come join us face to face on YouTube. You could click the link in my bio. So hello, Marlies.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm great. Good to see you again.
Yes, you too. And thank you so much for being here today. Your story is so amazing. And this kind of just reminds me the first time that we got on the phone. I remember we were on a Zoom call and you were just like, no hesitations, all in, ready for Manifest Your Dream Life. And I remember just saying to myself, I was like, wow, you are the most perfect dream client that just fell from the sky. So let's start from who you are, where you live. Tell everybody all the things about you.
Okay. So I'm Marlies. I'm 23 years old. I just had my birthday. I'm a
Happy
real estate
birthday.
agent. Thank you. I'm a real estate agent, and I really came from nothing to this. So I'm very proud of myself, and I have Julia to thank for a lot. Also myself, of course, because you have to do the work yourself at some point. But I'm very grateful for Julia and the course that I did an investment in. It really helped me a lot. So very, very grateful.
Amazing. And yes, Marlies is in Belgium. I'm in New York City. So that's honestly one of my favorite things about doing online courses and online group programs, that like we're reaching people from all around the world. So that's so amazing. And you said, you shared more about how you're a real estate agent. So tell me a little bit more how you first discovered Manifest Your Dream Life and what drew you to it originally.
So I saw it for the first. I saw your TikTok profile about, I think, half a year to a year ago, and I scrolled through your videos and I was like, wow, this girl, like, she really has it. And I felt like an immediate connection to you, but I was hesitant at first because I was like, wow, okay, she has like this big thing. She can really help me, but it costs some money. Am I willing? Am I ready to invest in this? And at the time, I was working as a barista slash store manager for a coffee shop. And I was always thinking, like, this is not what I want to do with my life, but how do I get the life that I want? And then because of your videos, I also started taking some steps in becoming a real estate agent because it was what I really wanted to do. I didn't have a driver's license, and that's kind of like a big issue if you want to go sell houses. So that's the first thing I did. I saved all my money, and then I got my driver's license. And then I applied to a job. I applied for a job as realtor, of course, for Century 21, which is American based, but it's a franchise in Belgium. And I got hired, so I was very happy. But then I started working and I saw that my revenue, my return of investment wasn't enough. And I started thinking, like, if it's gonna be this way forever, I'm not gonna be able to keep on doing this because you need some kind of money to go forward. And then I decided that it was time to invest in Manifest Your Dream Life. And I'm very happy that I did. I spent my last, well, not even saving. I didn't have any savings at the time. I really lived paycheck to paycheck. So I just went like, okay, let's just invest this money that I don't really have yet and hope for the best. And as I already said, my return of investment for the course was insane. Like immediately I got the money back. So it was a great investment for me for sure.
Oh my God, I love that. And I hold so much love in my heart for you because it just like that, not just the faith that you had in the program, but the faith and the trust that you had in yourself. I
Mhm.
just put out a podcast episode today about investing in yourself and investing in your growth. And I really talked about like when you invest in yourself, you're really just saying, like, do I trust myself? Do
Yeah,
I
exactly.
trust myself to earn this money back, to earn more money, to get a twofold, tenfold return on investment? So, how did you feel really like deep down when you were like, I know that I need to invest with a coach, but I'm also living paycheck to paycheck. Like, how did that really feel for you?
At the beginning, I felt really stuck because I was like, what if it doesn't work? But even like my boyfriend was like, don't invest money in something if you don't have the money. And I was like, but well, yeah, but if it works, I will have the money back. And for some reason, I really trusted you, even though I only met you online. It felt like she's not gonna rip me off in some way. Like she's gonna help me, and that's what I need. I need some kind of help, not for someone to do it for me, but for someone to give me a guidance how to do it myself.
Mhm.
Um, so that's when I decided like it's worth it, and it's it's not gonna fail because it's still me that has to put in the work. Um, so yeah, and it even like in the beginning, I was like, I really want to do real estate and I want to do this in Belgium. And somewhere in the process, a long time ago, when I started looking at real estate, which was when I was like 12 years old or something, I was
Wow.
thinking like, how awesome would it be if I could do like Spanish real estate from Belgium and just travel back and forth sometimes. And it was never really a thought that I claimed onto, like it was just there. And this is one of the things that you teach me, like if the thought is manifested, even if it's like you think about it once and you have a big emotion about it, it will come forth. And it did for me. So what I initially thought I wanted to do was just do listings and sales in Belgium. But then I all of a sudden I got this big opportunity of out of nowhere, like, do you want to do Spanish real estate? And I was like, oh yes, I really do. So yeah, it's amazing how this happens to me. Yeah.
I love that. And I love how you honestly brought up just like so transparently. You're like, this girl's not going to rip me off because this really happens online. Like,
Yeah.
people are so afraid, like, oh, this is going to be a scam. I'm going to get ripped off. I'm going to lose my money. And I so feel that because before I ever started even creating courses, I was investing in them myself.
Yeah.
So I used to feel like that too. And when I got on the other side of that, and I was like, wait, there's really people online that can help me. And
Mhm.
that's also what drives me to create these programs is that, like, not everybody's out to get you, right? There are people who genuinely want to see you grow and thrive and be successful. So, with all of that, what would you say were like the major mindset shifts that Manifest Your Dream Life gave you?
One of the things I always did was talk about how I didn't have money. I used to talk about it with my boyfriend. I used to talk about it with my parents. I used to talk about it with my friends. And it just created like this big emotion for me that I really have to I really have to work hard, and how can I better myself, and I don't have money. I don't have money. I don't have money. I don't even want to say it right now because it makes me feel like
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
but because I was so stuck on that idea, I think I manifested that I didn't have enough money. Um, so that the biggest thing that I learned for me personally was don't hold on to that, hold on to something different. Like this is what I want to do is my biggest mindset shift. because I was doing what I wanted, but I wasn't making money out of it. So then I was like, okay, I'm just going to write down very specifically, what do I want? How much do I want to earn? How much will I save? How much will I be able to spend every month? And this made me really visualize what I wanted. And that's the biggest change I made for myself. Like, you can have a negative thought. Everyone has a negative thought at a time, but just let it go. And I couldn't let it go before. I just couldn't. And that's what I learned the most. Like, just, it's not worth it.
Wow. And that's so powerful because it sounds so simple, right? Just like let it go. And it kind of just seems like general advice. But now you see, you're like, wait, I actually learned how to truly feel that through, how to truly embody that. And that's what you've learned. And look at what you've manifested. So tell everybody, I know you kind of said it a little bit, you sprinkled it here and there, but what have you manifested since joining the program?
So at first, I manifested a nice salary, let's put it that way, so that I can live, I can work, I can have some time to myself. That's the first thing. And then, as I already said earlier, I manifested to do the dream job on a daily basis that I've wanted to do in such a long time. In my past, I used to live in Spain. I also used to live in the States. And in my head, I wasn't very happy to just be in Belgium all the time. But it wasn't something that I really spoke out. Like, I knew for myself that I really wanted to travel more, not always be stuck in Belgium. And well, now I get to go to Spain for sure every month. And in my head, I have other plans as well, of course. But I never thought it would be possible for me to go from what I was 4 months ago to now. It's like this drastic change. I was given a lot of opportunities, but yeah, of course, I also worked hard myself. But I also worked, the hardest I've worked for is my mental and mindset pace. Yeah.
I love that. And it's so obvious that you've created these internal changes and now it's reflecting in your outer reality. And you're like, I grew so much in 4 months. Like, how is this possible? How did this happen? And that was, right? That's what we call a quantum leap. It's
Yeah.
unexplainable. You collapsed time. You did all these amazing things. And I always say, like, you worked so hard for this because you understood that you were like, this is all I have. Like, I almost have nothing to lose at this point, right? Almost like when you're at that really low point, you're like, well, I'm going to just give it my all because there's really no other option here.
Yeah.
And that's when you see the best growth. Those are the best clients. Those are the best students. And those are the people that get the best results when they are truly in their heart, like, it's really time for me to change and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And that's exactly what you've shown me. You've shown the group.
Yeah. Because that was like a feeling. For example, I worked like 9 months, I think, at a coffee shop after I got graduated. And the only thing I kept repeating to myself is like, this, it cannot be that this is my purpose. Like, I have a diploma. I'm just constantly looking for like a comfort zone because I used to work there as a student and it just makes sense for me to stay there. But I was constantly telling myself, this is not what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be doing this. And I've always wanted to start my own business. And of course, as a real estate agent, you kind of still work for someone, kind of, but you're still independent and you still choose how to grow your own business. And now I just feel like I'm finally fulfilling what I was meant to do. And it feels awesome.
I'm so happy for you. Yeah. And tell us like about that emotional feeling. Like, what kind of, I call it emotional ROI, do you feel like you got from joining Manifest Your Dream Life?
I remember the first video call we had, I just constantly had shivers over my own body. Like, I have it now as well when I speak about it. Like, I have a chicken, how do you say it? Chicken legs? No, they don't say it in English.
You got chills.
Yeah, I got chills all over my body when I think. about everything that's happened and what could still happen. And I don't know, it just gives me like this very yay feeling. It's a special feeling, yeah.
Oh, I love that. And like those are the things that are like inexplainable, right? You're like, I just feel so good. Like I feel it in my body. And I always say, like, your body knows before your mind.
Yeah.
So always follow that feeling.
Yeah, because when I was in the phone call with you about manifest your dream life, you were explaining how it works, how you handle it, etc. Because of the happiness my body felt, I didn't feel like hesitant to say like, okay, let's go for it. So I'm really
Mhm.
happy that we had this chat, and I think it's great of you to do so with your clients before subscribing, because I don't think I would have stuck to the program if I didn't have like a one-on-one conversation with you as well. So I really like that. Of course, everyone's different. Someone who's like, okay, I just made this big investment, I'm gonna stick to this. But for me, what I really needed was the chat with you. You really gave me the feeling like you can do this. You're gonna do great. Don't worry about it. And yeah, as I said, it just gave me shivers all over my body. So it felt good.
I love that. And this is also reminding me and something that I want to touch upon as well. So when you joined, we were doing things very different. So we had what we're doing now and what I'm launching in a week from today is going to be a live group program, like something that we've never done before. We're running it live this time. I don't know if we'll ever do that again. I don't know when we'll do it again. Like, I don't know, like I'm just so excited about doing it live because of exactly what you said. And you're like, that one-to-one intimate call with you is what pushed me over the edge. It's what got me to get moving and taking inspired action and get the program rolling and going. And that's why, like, I was really back and forth with this launch. I was like, should I just let people, go on their own and get it? And I was like, you know what? I am going to do an application process because that is what I did with you. That is what I've done with so many other students. And that's where I really feel that I attract the best people, because how it works is you submit an application for next week's launch, right? We're going to submit an application, which is similar to what you did, just a little bit different. And then you'll hear from me like in my DMs. Like I'm going to DM the people who apply and want to apply. And we've already have 4 new people enrolled, which I'm so excited. We haven't even launched and there's already 4 people joining us, which is so cool. I just checked my email before and I know you're joining. So 3 more that are joining us from last round. So we already have 7 people and like we haven't even launched, which is so amazing. And it's like that connection that you feel with somebody. And the reason why I do this is because like I genuinely care. Like I want to know your story. I want to know if this is a good fit for you. And I will be the first person to tell you. And when we got on the call, I was like, Marlies, this is your jam. Like this is it. Like this is so perfect for exactly what you want. And look at the beautiful manifestations that you brought into fruition from that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. I feel like um, also if someone's not the client for you, which is also important because some people might think, oh, I maybe want to do this, and then they meet you and you feel like they're totally not on the level. That's
Mhm.
also important because if people expect something totally different than what they're getting because of their own interpretation, then you don't have the click with the people as well. So what I also love about the course is the group that you created, the community that we have. Even though we don't know each other physically, it feels like we're all supporting each other. We're like best friends. Everyone's very happy for each other. Like for example, in Belgium, it's my opinion. A lot of people get like jealous if someone achieves something. And here you don't really speak about your success unless it's to your like your closest people, but to like be able to put it in a group and everyone being like, yay, you go girl, it's really awesome. Yeah.
Yes, and that's what I wanted to ask you next. Like, tell us some of your favorite parts. I know you just shared a little bit, but if you want to expand and what you really love about the program.
What I love the most is that you get like a very structural course. So you really know like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So you don't feel like you have to stick something very specific, but you do know that you should do this in the first week, you should do this in the second week to have better results. If it doesn't work out, it's fine, but that's the way you should do it to have the best results. That's what I loved about it, because I know myself, I have ADHD. I can get all over the place sometimes, and it still gave me room to do it on my own and at my pace, but it gave me a good structure. And then what I also really liked, of course, is the community. As I said, it's awesome. And what I also like is that sometimes when you get like a business coach or a mindset coach, you don't really get to contact them on other times, and it's very distant. With you, it feels like, you know, I can text you and you're going to reply very excited, and it's like I know you even though you're so far away from me. I have like this personal connection with you, which makes me, you know, which makes me enthusiastic to do more and to be better, and to be able to share like, hey Julia, I just did this. It feels really nice to do that. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And like, it's so funny because all of your favorite parts are my favorite parts. Like, I love that. And that's also what drove me, like I said, to do this live the next round, and expand it to 12 weeks, is because I crave that. Like, I crave that connection. I crave that community. I want to hear your wins. I want to hear your successes. And now, you know, when you had joined, we were in the Facebook group, but now we're doing an entirely new group, which is so cool and exciting. I can't share too much yet, but it's even more intimate and more connected than the Facebook group was. And I just feel so good and so ready for it. So with all this being said, what would you say to somebody who's on the fence about joining and they're like, I know Julia, I've seen a few of her videos. I don't know, is this program right for me? I don't know how I feel. What would you say to them?
One of the main things that I find really important is that even though you're very present on social media, and a lot of people could doubt, like, is that really who she is, for example? And I really feel like you're not going to change. You really radiant yourself through the screen, and that's what I think is very important for a business coach, that they're always the same person, as in it's you're not going to change your personality online. Then when you have a one-on-one conversation to you, for example, you can see that this is just you're that's Julia. So that's what I like. And also the most important thing is that it's an investment for sure, but you'll get more than that out of it. You'll get at least double. I mean, I'm not going to promise anything, but that's what I really stand by. Yeah. So don't be afraid to invest in something that's going to give you more in return. That's what I would say.
I love that. Marlies, this was amazing. Thank you so much for the kind words. That last part was so powerful. I hope people watch that over and over and over again, because it's like, I always say, let your faith be greater than all of your fears. Because if we want something different in our life, we have to do something different. And that's exactly what you did. You broke out of the matrix, you broke out of that cycle, and now you are flourishing. If this is what you did in 4 months, imagine what you're gonna do in 4 years. Like, you're gonna come back to me in 4 years and say, Julia, you know, look at all these things I've accomplished. And you're gonna say, I can't believe it. And I'm gonna say, I can believe it. Like, I feel it for you. I'm so excited for you. Is there anything else that you want to add?
No, just thank you. Really, just thank you. And you're doing great. I love that you're still expanding, still thinking of ways to make everything perfect, even though in my opinion it already is. I love that about you. Yeah, it's great.
Thank you so much. Okay, Instagram fam, this was so amazing. You guys can see the full stream on my YouTube channel. I'm going to save it there, probably save it to my Instagram as well. If anybody has any questions, just shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's always me that answers. And I will see you guys in a few days for the free training that I'm hosting. If you want to hear more about the program, if you want to hear more about manifestation and mindset work, definitely join. You guys can find the link in my bio. We're going to wrap it up on YouTube, and I will see you guys soon. Okay, so we just, Okay, so we have it on Instagram. Marlies, this was so amazing. I have to find out how I can stop streaming this, but let me check it over here. Yes, okay. So I think I'm gonna just end the Zoom call here, and that's how we'll stop live streaming it. But thank you so, so much again. I'm so grateful for you.
Thank you, Julia. Have a nice evening, well, day.
Yes, for you, it's evening. All right. Well,